Now you listen to me, little dude. I got something to tell you. You have been a thorn in my side for a few years now, and we're gonna try something different and see if we can't take you on up out of here. We have laws, and when those laws are broken, there's consequences to it, right? And I have a law that's in my yard, and that law is you are not allowed here. So you've broken the law. You've broken Pete's law in his yard, and now you have to face the consequences. So as judge and jury, I sentence you to death. Death by foam. And there it is right there from my last video I did about this stuff, and boy, she is, I'd say it's toast. Now all I'm gonna do is go in there with a little pair of hand pruners and cut that out, and it'll be a done deal. Well, I'm really liking this the more I use it. Look at that right there. This is all that stuff that's coming up in my cephalotaxis, but look at it. Boy, it is gone. And look, if you notice, zero damage to the to my desired plant right here. And you can see right here, same thing over here. That bad boy is gone. And I actually left one right beside it that I did not treat, and look, see how nice and healthy that one is. But that one right there has bit the dust. So guess what that means, buddy? It is your turn. Put me about 3 or 4 little dabs right there. And it's all over but the crying. Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day today. I want to welcome you to my home. You know, Bermuda, it is what it is. It's a devil, it's a beast, especially when it's in my fescue. Okay, there are ways to control it. Pilex, Acclaim, Triclopyr, all kinds of different ways that you can control Bermuda. In fescue, some work okay, some work decent, some don't work at all. We've tried it so many ways throughout the course of the year. I found that Pilex is probably going to be my best bet, and there's a series of applications you do toward the end of the year, or toward the end of your season, the growing season in the late summer, early fall, and leading up to aeration seeding. And you got to have it turn white by the first frost, or when it frosts, it's got to be white. There's all kind of things that has to happen in a very systematic order in order to get 95% control after you do it 2, 3, 5 years worth of applications. So I've kind of fallen back on that a little bit. That's difficult. That's expensive as crap, and when you don't get that perfect 95% control, it kind of pisses you off. You know what I mean? At least it does me. So I've been considering in my business going back to nothing but glyphosate, just strictly Roundup to control Bermuda, reseed in the fall. And of course, if you have my renovation guide, you know that's how we do it inside that guide. So if you got a whole lot of Bermuda and want to know those step by step how to get rid of it, you better jump quick, because that renovation process starts early in the late summer, and you want to get that rolling. I'll link that up in the description below. Now, for those of you that might have one little tiny headache of Bermuda, like I have in my yard, I've got 3 individual little tiny spots of Bermuda that I've been treating for years now, and they just won't go away no matter what I do to it. So I'm going to consider this a control, meaning I can control it to a certain extent. I'm not completely convinced I'm killing it, because it keeps coming back, right? So if you watch some of my previous videos, you saw that little foamer that's kind of you put Roundup in it, and you go target your plant, and you can target it and not get any Roundup on anything anywhere around it, and just isolate it to that one plant. And that's what we're going to do with some of my Bermuda today. That's going to be really cool. I'm excited because this is a very high concentration of Roundup in this little bottle, and putting it directly on the plant. We'll see how that works. And then back here on my test plot, I've got some, I think it's a thistle. I'm not completely sure. If you know what it is, comment when you see it. It's a little briar type thing, and it comes up back here in the same spot every year. and I've really never paid any attention to it. I just keep mowing and go. But today I'm going to isolate those individual plants. I'm going to take them out using Roundup without killing any grass anywhere around it. Test plot back here is rocking and rolling. This is non-irrigated turf. You can see I got a little bit of heat stress right in here. Always get it right there on that ditch line, but overall she looks good. Now I'm telling you, the uses for this is endless. I'm telling you, the more I use it, the more I'm falling in love with it. But look at this right here. Here's some more of that. Gosh, I'd have to do my homework. I don't know if that's a thistle or what, but it has serious briars on it, thorns, and it will tear your tail up. And of course I could come out here and mix up some selective herbicide and put on it, but I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I only have 14 of them in one little cluster right here. That's all I've got. So instead of mixing up a gallon of spray, I just come out here with my little Roundup foamer. That's it. Bingo. Done deal. Watch this right here. Now this is where that surgical-like precision really comes in handy, because I do not want to get any of this on my grass, because remember, there's Roundup in here. Oh yeah, you are toast, baby. Now check it out. That's pretty cool. Now obviously you don't want to run your irrigation. You do not want your water to run once you do this, but look at that right there. You can see right there, it don't take long. It starts drying up and soaking into the weeds you want to kill. But look at that. That is really cool. I'm telling you, as hot as it is, in a matter of a couple of days, this stuff will be browned out and it'll be on its way out. And again, no turf right here has been damaged or will be damaged. Whoops, I forgot one. I'm gonna come back and get you. Don't you worry there, little buddy. You're not gonna be hanging here before long, because your butt is toast. For laser-like precision and accuracy, that's really cool to say that stuff. That's targeted right there. Bam, right on top of your head, and your butt's gone. See how this is gonna work. This thing right here, this is common Bermuda, and obviously some of you guys might have a common Bermuda yard, so no offense. I've got Bermuda at the shop, a nicer higher quality Bermuda than common, and it's in my yard and I don't want it here. And I've had this same little spot. It comes back every single year. I've treated it multiple years in a row with many different things, and you can see what happens. It still comes back. I've got one right in the center of the yard and then one on the far right, and they're about the same size, just a little. I get 3 or 4 little runners. Luckily they all come up in the same spot and they're not spread out in the yard. So my foamer right here is going to be an ideal thing for this. So what I'm trying to do here is pull that back like so. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I got a better idea. Give me a second. Lord have mercy. Oh, look at there. Oh, your butt is through cooking now, brother. I am going to take you on up out of here, I hope. So like I said in the previous video, this is a niche type product. If you got this one little headache in your yard, it comes up every year. You know, if you got 3 or 4 little clusters like this, obviously if you have larger areas, you're going to be better off for the backpack sprayer. But in my case, this is literally, I have 3 very small areas that are identical to this, that are just maybe a handful of runners. Watch this. Oh yeah, we are going to coat you in love. But look at all that love I've just given this common Bermuda. Oh my word. I don't want to remove my cardboard right now, because if I do that I'm gonna get round up on my fescue. But I'm gonna leave this here and I'm gonna let it bathe in glory. Yes, let's make sure we kind of wrap you all up in that goodness right there. Yes sir, yes sir, buddy. So what I'm gonna let this do is I'm gonna let it sit here for about an hour, let it dry really well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let it dry to the point to where all of the foam is 100% gone and I can't see any more of it. And then once that happens, I'll feel safe to be able to remove this cardboard up off of here and that not harm my fescue. So we'll see how this goes right here. Well, there you go. You know, it seems like the more I use this foamer around the house, the more I look for things to use it on, I'm actually finding a lot of things I can do with it. Because it's summertime, you know, I'm irrigating, we're getting a little bit of rain here and there, and you know, things come up out of the ground, and things come up where you don't want them to come up at, in the middle of plants and bushes and stuff like that. And it just makes it really convenient for me to be able to just grab that little bottle and go out there and put a little blue love on it, and in a matter of a week it's gone. So I kind of like that. It beats sticking my hand down there and trying to pull it out, or lugging around a backpack spray with Roundup and that kind of thing. As far as the grass goes, again, this is a niche product, okay? I don't want you to think you have to have one just because Pete's got one showing you on a video. It's for folks that have a nice yard and you have a few areas that you have something come up. Most of the time it's going to be a grassy type weed that the selective herbicide for it is super expensive, or it just doesn't exist. And you know, Roundup's going to, for the most part, kill it, except when you're talking about Bermudagrass. We'll see how this particular way works on that Bermuda. In a month from now I'll do another update on it. But the niche part of it is, if you know, you have a few little isolated areas, this would come in handy for you. If you have widespread Bermuda, a widespread, you know, Dallas grass or something, other Johnson grass, or I think the point I'm trying to make is, if you have a yard full of crap, you need to do one way. You need renovation, okay? If you have a nice yard and have little small individual sections that may need a little bit of attention, this may work for you. So I just don't want you to feel like you have to get it because I'm using it in my yard. So hey, I'll link these foamers up in the description. You can check it out if you want to. Appreciate you taking your time out of your day. I'll check you later.